Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I am here with the Veyron Ettore Bugatti. This is the car you won from the event that lasted 10 days. This car is one of the Bugattis that is capable of getting under 8.9s without any stage 6s. Whether this is intentional or it's because it was a older setup that's been buffed, I don't know. What I do know is that it makes it so that this is one of the few cars that can make it through Tempest 3 Tier 5 without any stage 6s. Of course, you still got all those Bugatti Fusions to deal with, but it's still a lot less Fusions overall than if you had to get a fully max car and Fusion out stage 6s. Okay, let's take a look at this car. This car is so fast that at just stage 4 with Fusions, we're talking not even installing any stage 5s. We're talking only stage 4s with Fusions. It's quick enough to make it through 30 races approximately in Tempest 3 Tier 5. Meaning you're going through 3 of the brackets without ever even meeting the bracket requirements. So Tempest 3 Tier 5 starts at 685 pp performance points, which is this number I'm circling right here. And it goes up to 692, then 699, or 698, I should say. Here's the thing is that you're only at 677, and you can already beat all the target numbers required to make it all the way past 698. So you can now jump from this right to 707 as the challenge proceeds. So without changing anything here, with this setup, you can make it through every race, speed trap and sprint, up to about race 30. So 30, probably 40 is when you would need to change. So you're going way past where the game is expecting you to tune and change. Instead, you just have stage 4 with Fusions and you're going to blow right through it. The dyno on this is a 1.684 0 to 100. That's the only one you got to worry about. There's no 0 to 60 challenges. And half mile speed of 250, which incidentally is all the way near the end before you even have to hit this number. So you're actually getting through 80% of the challenges by this point. Although this may be a little slow for the last 10-15 races, but generally speaking, you're going to get through 30 to 40 races in the event without ever touching the tune. Now, this car drives just like the GSV, so let's drive it and see what we can do time-wise. When I say it drives just like the GSV, that is because it has 2 quick shifts, and then nitrous in third where it has a long gear, and you want to hit that at the near end, near perfect, and then 4, 5, 6. So you got to catch the first 2 shifts, and then you get your nitrous on the third one. Now, this can be trickier than it sounds, because if you redline, you miss shift, you shift too early, you nitrous too early, it all will hurt your time. But let's see what we can do here. So I hit nitrous on third, okay, but I shifted 1 and 2 relatively quickly to not let it redline. And what that gives you is a 10.242 run on a 10.226 dyno. So no, we're not beating dyno, but yes, you're getting close enough. But if you can get close enough, you can obviously meet most of the target times. So what happens when you get through 30, 40 races? Well, you're now able to go right up to 700. When I say 700, I mean 700 plus performance points, because the number cap is now 707 and ultimately 717. You're never going to hit those because even at full stage 5, your performance points will cap out at about 700. So what you can do is then put it to stage 5 only, like so. And mind you, I'm missing 2. I didn't want to put that in because this reminds me I have 1 left. So I didn't put in 2 of the intake fusions. And what I'm doing is I'm going to tune it to the best performance possible given that. It tend to like shorter duration, right around 3.5 for nitrous. Now you can raise the top speed until the numbers stop moving in your favor. You should be able to get to close to 1970, I think. Alright, 1968 is good enough. Tire stays at 0-100 because if you lower it, it only hurts it, it doesn't help. So the entire time tires at 0-100. You're going to play with the final drive a little bit, and most of the time nitrous is at 3.5. Let's look at the dyno now. 8.862. The boss Harkness only does a 9.07 or so for his car. So 8.862 should guarantee you can beat him. And the final speed trap's at 260 in the half mile, and you're looking at 290. The speed, the sprint requirement for 0-100, the hardest one in the entire event is a 2.313, and you're a full second quicker. So no special tuning needed, no tweaking around, meeting the performance point brackets for the first big group, and then you jump right to the last two. You just do one adjustment and you're done. Okay, let's test run it. Once again, 2 quick shifts, nitrous in third, and don't early shift third. That wasn't my best drive there, but I got a little twitchy on the thumb, but I still got it. .879, okay? So everything hits 290 mile per hour, 8.879, 1.355. If you look at the dyno, I'm a little short there, pretty close there, and hit the mile per hour. So that right there will get you all the way through, and you just got Harkness's car. It's that easy with this car. That's pretty amazing, actually, if you really think about it. And the other amazing part of this is, as you might have noticed, the shift pattern is just like the GSV. This car is basically the same as the GSV, except it's somehow slower than the Gold Star car, even though it shifts the same way. And the other piece of news I'm going to give you right now is that the GSV can do the exact same thing, because it's not only exactly the same as this car as far as upgrades goes, it basically shifts the same way too, except it's faster. So if you have the GSV, you can do the same thing that I just did with Ettore Bugatti. So you can use either one, depending on which one you actually built, and get through Tempest 3 Tier 5 without any Stage 6s. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. I am going to try to transfer some Stage 6s later and give you a Stage 6 effects video, but I may do it first on the GSV, and then once that video is up, I will take the parts off, transfer it to this car, and then I'll do the Stage 6 effects of this car. But those videos are coming. I'm also going to start doing the ones for the Chiron, because we have the Chiron events coming up with the Duality Cup as well as the Showdown. So stay tuned. More videos are coming for the Bugatti event in the near future, and we have our Christmas Cup coming up as well. If you have any comments, feel free to make them. Any questions, just ask on the channel. If you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.